I think y'all mad. I think y'all mad because y'all ain't never seen a black man lead like this. Like always believe in someone. No matter what. And that's what it is. Her man believed in her since they was kids.
He always made life right for me. But it was my brother, right? And I remember one night when I thought Joel Levert was my boyfriend. And let me be clear, I thought he was my boyfriend. I was never his girlfriend, right? But in my mind, you know, we'll take it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in my feelings, because I like this little teddy bear, right? But the teddy bear didn't like...
It wasn't reciprocated.
Okay, all right, not the way I wanted it to be, right? So I call up my best friend. And I'm saying I'm mad. He said, all right. He said, listen, it's all good. When you come home, you know, let's just hang out, right? When I went home, I was doing the BET Awards.
Right.
And I had a big party at my house.
Yeah.
And the next day I was supposed to go to Essence for the Essence Festival. So that night at the house, my house, the outside is packed. Ain't nobody throw a Hollywood party, Shannon Sharpe, like Monique threw a Hollywood party. I had every race, every nationality, everything you thought could be at a party, and everybody was just
having a great time.
A great time, right?
Okay.
So he's at the party, and he's very reserved. You know, very reserved cat. So I grabbed his hand and said, come on, let's go dancing. And we go out on the dance floor and have a great time. After that, I'm like, all right, I got to start packing and get ready to go to the Essence Festival.
He said he going with him.
So we go upstairs and I take my shower. Well, it's nothing for him to see me naked because we were roommates,
right?
You know, so nothing. So he says, when you come back from Essence, I want to talk with you. So I said, okay. So he went to kiss me on my cheek, but the kiss was half lip. It was like here.
Yeah, okay. See, it's slick with it.
You see it?
Slick with it.
It was right there, right? Now, I tried to turn the whole mouth, but it came right there. Right? Because I felt something different. I felt it. And I was like, and then after it happened, we both almost had a feeling of like, we did something wrong. Like this, like that's my... So, we didn't address it.
Right.
I came back from Essence Festival.
What you want to talk about?
I went to his place.
Okay.
He fixed dinner.
Oh, okay.
He fixed dinner and read this amazing poem that he wrote. That was almost 19 years ago. We've never been apart since then.
Wow.
We've never been apart since then. And I am more in love with that man today than I was when we first got married, because I didn't really know what I was getting. I knew I was getting somebody I could trust, because I just needed somebody
that's all she wanted.
Just like my brother stole from me. I just needed somebody that I could just trust, and I didn't want to keep on having randoms.
Right.
Because that gets old after a while.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You're trying to fill the void.
Right.
And men go through that as well as women. You just get tired of So I knew I could trust him. But I didn't know he was the king that he was, Shannon. I didn't know that I would be raised. And there are women that have a problem with me saying that, and I will not back down from it. I did not know that that man would take me from a 15-year-old mentality. Even though I'm a star, I'm famous, I got a few dollars in my bank account, but still had that little girl mentality. You can't correct me, you can't say nothing to me, you can't check me, you can't do none of that. Still had that way. That man was able to shut all of that down and grow me up. So I got a great one. I won't even say a good one, I got a great one.
You got a great one.
Yeah.
You got a lover, a best friend, a manager, a husband, a confidant.
Yes.
Talk your shit, Shannon.
Yes.
A protector.
Yeah. You're saying it, and it seems like people have a hard time getting it, but that's exactly who Sidney Hicks is. He's all of those things.
When the Queens of Comedy, was that because I was Samora, Adele Gibbons, Miss Lloyd? Tell me about the Queens of Comedy. We hear about the Kings of Comedy all the time, and it was great.
Yeah. I was not an original queen of comedy. And when I came on, right, I was so honored to be in the presence of 3 of the greatest female comedians to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you hands down, them sisters are incredible because they've paved ways for people. And when we got together, Shannon, it was non-stop history making.
Okay.
Because we were selling out in ways that were unheard of, right?
Right.
And I can remember our first show, because I was not initially the headliner
Right.
of the Queens of Comedy. Some more was.
Right.
And I remember our first show, and this is why I appreciate her, because she knows a great show. Like, you have some comedians that feel like, you can't follow me. I tore the stage down, and it's over, and you can't. And I felt that way one time in my life, and that was with D.L. Hughley, right? But she was the headliner of the show.
Okay.
And we were in Atlanta. And it was one of those shows where the basket for me was this big. Like, I don't care what I said, it was just, right? Samore is one of the funniest.
Yeah.
It's just our energies are different.
Okay.
I'm liable to run across the stage. Just the energy is different. Right. And that night, the energy was just different. It was not that she was less funny. Just the energy was different. And this is why I love that sister. She walked off the stage that night after she closed the show. She walked by me and she said, you headline from now on. And she kept walking. We never discussed it. It takes, for me,
Hey, you gotta be really in tune with your aura of life to realize, like, all right, this person probably has something way better than you going on that night. To say, yeah, you know what, you take over, you headline for the rest of the show, because I don't think nobody else would have said that or did that. Or even felt like that in that moment. I don't see it.
A person saying, we want a great show.
Right.
Yeah.
We just want a great show.
Correct.
And that's what that was. Miss Laura taught me how to warm up food on a damn iron with a towel. She said, bitch, I've been to prison. We don't have no microwave and we're going to eat these buffalo wings. Flip that iron over and wrap that Reynolds wrap up and cover it with that towel. Baby, them buffalo wings were so damn good. But did we get treated fairly? Hell to
Nah.
No, we did not. There were times on that Queens of Comedy tour that I had to, even on that tour, I had to say some things because it wasn't fair. And the way we were being treated, it was not fair. There were times when money wasn't right. And I remember the first date for the Queens of Comedy. And I got a call from my agent. And she says to me, no more C&D promoters. You're in the big leagues now. Walter Latham wants you to be a part of the Queens of Comedy. Okay. No thank you. No problem.
Because he's the executive producer of the Kings of Comedy, correct?
Right. This going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first check I got. Let me sip before I tell you.
Hell, I might meditate me a sip, too.
My banker called me up and said, Monique, this check is no good. I said, excuse me?
The money jump funny?
Sip again. God damn it.
I might need a little something strong. Hold on.
Damn it, Shannon. The money's no good. I said, what you say? She said, Monique, this check is no good. So I immediately got on the phone with my agent. And I said, let me tell you something about C&D promoters. My money always good. Now I need you to get Walter Latham on the phone. Walter Latham, from here on out, I will only accept cash from you moving forward. You have 2 hours to get the money into my account. If not, take me off of the Queens of Comedy tour.
What happened?
You make it right?
He made it right. You saw me on a tour, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah.
then one night, this is why people could say that's a problem. If I tell you I'm going to pay you $50,000.25, what are you expecting?
50,000, 25 cents.
So one night they tried to give me what was not all of it. I need all of it. I don't care if it's a little bit. It's mine.
Right.
Until you get it,
Yeah.
my throat hurts. So they had to go. I get sick on them, Shannon.
Oh, you.
That's right.
I feel a little.
Hey, if you ain't got my money, I'm sick too. I ain't going in. No. And I feel like if she would have failed for the okie doke, then they would have been like, oh yeah, we got her. They would have kept on doing that and be like, you know what, we gonna just pay you at the end, blah blah blah. I feel like good thing she stood up for herself in that moment.
Under the weather.
Well, I performed that night because they had to go get my money.
Right.
Then they started selling shows off. So what that means is now you got different promoters coming in. We're women. We are women. Okay? Samore had an assistant and I had an assistant. And both of our assistants were not the kind of men that was going to fight.
Right.
Okay? They might scratch you.
Right.
But they weren't going to ball their fists up and do no guffing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we're in a position now where we're trying to defend ourselves because now you walking up, I'm a promoter. Take pictures with my family. And we had no idea this was happening.
Right.
One night, we're on the Kings and Queens, right? And oh, how Bernie Mac is missed. Oh, how he's missed. Because he was a real one, right?
Okay.
All the kings of comedy had limos. Separate. Steve had one. Bernie had one. Cedric had one. DL had one. All of them.
Okay.
Then another limousine pull up and they say, this is for the queens of comedy. I said, I will not. I will not. You better pull up 4 separate limousines. You're going to treat us the same way you treated them.
Yeah.
We helped sell out 44,000 people. That wasn't just the kings. It was the kings and the queens. So you will treat us accordingly.
Right.
All the kings got Rolex watches when it was over.
What y'all get?
I don't
I'm
know.
still waiting for mine. That's the treatment. So when people say, why won't y'all do the queens again? It was a moment in time. And it was a beautiful moment in time.
Yep.
And some things should be left where they were.
Especially if y'all ain't doing right.
This is what I want to get to.
I want you to get to it.
A lot of this happened with the movie Precious. That's the movie that made Monique a star among stars. She shined the brightest
Okay.
because you played that role. Nobody else could have did that role justice, Mo.
Thank you, baby.
Nobody. You played it, and I remember walking out the movie, and I called my sister. I said, she gonna win the Academy Award for that role. I said, it's almost like she was born to play that role.
Okay.
Now,
What happened?
correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay, you shoot a movie.
Yes.
The movie wrap. You might have to come back and do some voiceover, some touch-up work here or there.
Yes.
That's already scripted into the contract. Now, the promotion aspect of the contract. What were you contracted to do? Because that seems to be where the conflict seems to come in.
Yes.
Because you like, okay, so tell the people that's going to watch this and listen to this, what
I got my ears ready.
Contractually obligated to do as far as the promotional aspect of Precious.
I was contractually obligated to promote the movie Precious under Lee Daniels Productions.
Okay.
I promoted Precious under Lee Daniels Productions. I did Oprah, I did magazines, I did TV shows, I did all the promotions I was contractually obligated to do.
Okay.
That was it.
That was it.
I'm done with it.
Done.
Okay?
Done.
Now Precious is going to Cannes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I have the Monique Show.
Mm-hmm.
I am on the Spread the Love tour. I have toddler babies. And I'm also a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The Monique Show is like down for maybe a couple days, a week or so.
Right.
I got some days off on the tour. I'm going to relax with my family.
Right.
Because once they sold the movie,
Right.
you didn't sell me.
Right.
Whoopi Goldberg. See, Whoopi Goldberg said I could have schooled you and told you what was expected when I didn't promote and go overseas. And you know how you just looked up and looked away?
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg, what you were saying to me, I could have schooled you and told you, you go in that house and let them have their way with you.
Right.
And I'll be here when you come back.
Yeah.
So after I'm done with my promotions, Lionsgate reaches out to my husband. Initially, they think they're talking to my attorney, right? And they say, we want Monique to come to Cannes. She promoted so well in the United States, we want her to go international and promote the movie and do Cannes.
Okay.
I told my husband, please let them know I respectfully decline. I appreciate it, but I respectfully decline. I'm going to spend some time at home. Lionsgate calls back. We really would like for Monique to come to Cannes and promote this movie.
Okay.
Please let them know I respectfully decline. I'm going to spend time with my family. Lionsgate calls back and says, what is it going to take for us to get Monique to come to Cannes? We'll give her another week in France. We'll upgrade her room. My husband said, is there a dollar amount attached to what you're asking for? Oh, we will never pay anyone to promote a film. Never. He said, we understand. And we're never going to work for free.
Right.
You're asking her to do something that she's not obligated to do.
Correct.
Well, what is this the attorney? He said, actually, I'm her manager and her husband. Now we can put it on the husband's being difficult.
Right.
Right? Okay. So I don't owe anybody anything. That's why I was never sued. Now we go to the Hoodie Awards.
Okay.
Tyler Perry is there. Okay. Tyler Perry calls me in his room. Now, when I go into Tyler Perry's room, his staff is in there. Now, you ready to holler laughing?
Yes.
Okay, I take my security in there with me because I always want to have somebody with me.
Right.
Right? Tyler Perry does this. And the people scattered. They all left out the room. I said, look at this shit right here. You saw me. And they all scattered.
That wasn't
Okay.
lights, that's for the people. You know, clap the lights on?
Yeah.
Lights
Clap
off
on.
because they got their asses up out of here.
Okay.
So at the time,
They
my
hit
security
her with
looked
the
at me,
clap
I
off.
said, you don't work for Tyler Perry. You could.
Touche.
So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, Monique, we really need you to, promote this film because if you get nominated for the Oscar, your next movie is going to be $3 to $5 million. If you win it, your next movie is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. When they gonna pay that kind of money? No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. And if you just go and promote it, I said, listen, brother, you can pay me to promote it. Because at the time, now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Yeah.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just gotta pay me to do it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. But you gave T.D. Jakes a check for $1 million, but that's another story, and I'm back.
Yeah.
So when he then says that, it's like, listen, we both mutually agree. You don't give out free money.
I don't work for free.
Service.
I don't know what y'all.